Oh, I'm just so happy. We're never gonna have to ever watch a Red Wedding ever again. Well, hold my damn beer, Fallout.
Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for today. This one's going to be doing my very first review for the Fallout TV series. This one is for episode 1, the pilot, titled The End.
Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today, this one's going to be doing a review for today, this one's going to be doing my very first review for the Fallout Amazon Prime series. This is for episode 1, titled The End. So, we are here with the Fallout reviews. As you guys know, I was going to go ahead and do this one. Expect reviews coming out over the next, few days, of course, because there are 8 episodes, and we're going to try to cover them all here on the channel. So, if you're interested, of course, just make sure to stay patient as I try to catch up with all these episodes, because unfortunately, streaming services are kind of difficult with that type of thing, but I'm planning to release at least 2 to maybe 3 reviews today, and then probably in the next 2-3 days we'll be done with this series and we'll review all 8 episodes of Fallout. But very excited to be getting into this one. This show was very, very hyped up by a lot of people, and it looked amazing from the trailers. And first impressions off of the first episode, wow, it was amazing. Now, so far I've seen the first 3 episodes. I have watched the first 3. We're going to review the first 3 today, and then I'm probably going to go ahead and watch the rest here probably later today. Probably tomorrow I'll be done with it, or maybe the day after that. And we'll be able to review the remainder of the show and the rest of the episodes. But at least based off the first 3 episodes, I can say this show is really special. And we're only going to discuss plots of, the episodes we're reviewing, because I don't know where everybody's at right now. So we're just going to cover each episode individually. So, episode 1. So, this has got to be one of the greatest first episodes of a TV series I've seen in a while, to be honest. I'm not even kidding you when I say that. This was seriously a gripping pilot in every way, shape, or form. So basically, the premise of this show, for anybody that hasn't played the video games, because I obviously have to introduce this for people that have never seen or played the games or whatever. But if you haven't played the games and you're just watching the show, that's also fine. Because the show is pretty good on its own as well too as a standalone. But basically, this series is about a apocalypse, like a nuclear apocalypse, right? And basically, we take place 219 years after the bombs went off, right? And we get started with the Ghoul character, I would like to call him. He is one of our main characters of the show, and we kind of get to experience what he's like pre-bombs, right? We get to see like a nice birthday party opening scene. We get to see like everybody celebrating and stuff, and then we see him and his daughter looking out into the distance and seeing the bombs go off and seeing everything just crumble. And again, it was a really, just chaotic opening scene, and it was really well done because it, made you on the edge of your seat pretty much instantly as you start the show. But the Ghoul is introduced at the beginning as, back when he was actually a normal human being, and then towards the end of the episode, we get to see him again, and he is brought back by these, like, cowboys or whatever that, like, bring him back to life, and he basically, like, kills them, right, and goes off on his own. So it's a pretty badass scene. It's a pretty badass character as well, too. And of course, he was the most hyped up one, for the show. The actor is phenomenal, and he's really, really good. So the Ghoul was a cool character. We saw him at the beginning as a human. We saw the bombs go off, which was really cool to see. And then 219 so years after, there he is there coming out, and killing the guys that bring him back. So I thought it was really cool. That was definitely a really, really cool kind of, introduction type of character. Now, there are 2 other characters we followed this episode, primarily a character named Lucy and a character named Maximus, and those are our 3 main characters of the show. So we got, of course, the Ghoul, who is at the beginning and at the end. Really cool character. We've got Maximus, who is like this character that's like training to like, be like a soldier, right? And you get a pretty cool plot with this one where he's kind of like a, kind of like a murder mystery type of thing. Well, not really, but like he basically like goes through this like questioning because one of the people that kind of works with him gets injured and, gets hurt, right? And people think that he did it, right? So it's kind of like a tragic story. He's trying to make something of himself, but people keep thinking that he's guilty and stuff like that. And he swears that he didn't do it, but they're not sure to trust him, yet, right? And I like the actor for Maximus too. I thought he was really cool. He definitely had the least amount of like stuff going on in the episode, but he was really good. I liked him a lot, and I liked the plot that they gave him. I like the kind of like who did it type of thing. Might I just take a second to also acknowledge the armor in this show is amazing. Visually, it looked absolutely amazing because obviously that's like some really crazy shit from the games. So I was really curious to see what that was going to look like on TV, but it looked phenomenal. It looked absolutely amazing. And then I'd say our major plot of this episode, the biggest character of the first episode, is a character named Lucy. And Lucy is basically in this vault. She's been in this vault her entire life. She's never gone out in the outside world. And they kind of introduce her plot as like a nice, opening scene. Oh, she's getting married. Her dad's all, happy for her. They're putting up all these decorations. Everything's going all well. And you've got this nice alliance from, Vault 32 that comes in to join them at this wedding and stuff like that. And you then find out that Vault 32, everybody that's on 32 are, I guess, really what they try to do is they're not partners. They're not, nice people. They're not, guests. They're fucking raiders, and it gets pretty damn bloody, and it's a really, really exciting scene, because you get, of course, Lucy, who marries this guy, and, she kind of gets together with him and stuff like that, and then about midway through, he ends up attacking her as they kind of figure out what each other are, and she figures out that he's, bullshitting her, and that he's a liar, and that he's in there to, kill everybody and take their supplies and all this crazy shit, and you get a pretty insane boss fight between Lucy and this guy. She does manage to kill him with a bottle, and she stabs him and then slits his throat with a bottle. Very good. Very good. And anyway, you get this just massacre at this wedding. You get everybody that's just getting absolutely murdered. There's not many of them that remain alive, I'll tell you that right now. And the premise of Lucy's plot, the premise of the overall story, is that her dad ends up getting taken by these people. And the dad is captured, Lucy's father is captured, and now she is left on the outside because they've locked her out, because the dad begged them practically to spare Lucy's life. So they did that. They did that. They made the dad, make a choice. And he said, spare my daughter. But now Lucy is now going to be on the outside. Meanwhile, her dad is taken by these raiders. So it was really, really crazy to see that. And again, the massacre was just out of this world. I mean, the music, like the 50s style music that they've got going on in this show, again, very accurate to the video games as well, too. It was just so good. It was so good the way it overlapped with like a murder scene like that. Wow. I mean, honestly, really great. But now the objective is Lucy has to get her dad back from these assholes that attacked the vault. So that's what she's doing now. And she goes out to the outside in a beautifully shot scene. I mean, the cinematography of this show, I think it's a good time to bring that up as well. The cinematography of this series is phenomenal. You've got her like walking outside, and you've got like skulls everywhere, dead skulls from like 200 years ago. And she's just out there, walking through this, and it's just like desolate, like just death everywhere. I mean, it's so good. The budget for this series, they did not cheap out at all. It was really, really amazing. She's out there now, and she's got to look for her dad, and, she's got to get him back somehow. And that's basically how we kind of wrap things up. But no, man, honestly, really, really intense pilot. Really great episode overall. I really enjoyed everything about it. In terms of the pilot episode, I loved Lucy. Lucy was definitely my favorite of this show so far. She was really good. Really, good character. I think very relatable. You can definitely feel bad for her pretty much instantly in this show, which is really cool. The actress is really good too. And the Ghoul as well, I'd say, is really up there. I know he didn't have too much in the first episode, but he's really good. I think the actor has a lot of charisma. He's also really great. And Maximus is really great as well, too. Really good actor, really good charisma. So, and this episode was like an hour and 15 minutes. Like, this was a pretty lengthy episode. So in terms of this pilot, in terms of the first episode called The End, I'm going to give this a perfect 10 out of 10. I have no complaints with this first episode at all. It's absolutely perfection. And I know earlier reviewers really hyped up this first episode, and I can understand why. This is definitely, in my opinion, the best start to a video game adaptation. Yes, I do think it's better start than The Last of Us. At least the first 3 episodes that I've seen, I think it's a better start than The Last of Us. Yeah, I definitely do. But anyway, we'll be back with more reviews for Fallout. We got 7 more to do, so stay tuned. Hope you guys are ready for them. And that's it for this video, guys. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click to subscribe so you don't miss any of the videos for Fallout. Make sure to follow me at Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos very soon. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.